My wife and I were supposed to go to Kings Canyon National Park for 2 nights before my drill day with the California State Guard. She found out that a speaker for one of her nursing classes was having a makeup session the first night we were supposed to be in the park. We postponed the trip by 1 day so she could listen to the lecture. This gave me the opportunity to kayak with my group of friends from the Avila Beach paddlers. We met at Santa Margarita Lake and paddled out towards the dam, but I didn't make it. I got squirreled by a school of smallmouth bass by the Eagle's Nest, so I tried to get some decent underwater content.
Huge pond. See it?
Oh, I see him up there, yeah. I think that's that golden eagle.
Oh, you think it's golden eagle?
But I only saw him from behind, and it didn't look like a red tail to me. It looked bigger.
Yeah, it's big.
Papa, the sun is getting to my sunburn.
I can't hear you. What?
The sun is getting to my sunburn.
It is?
Yeah.
Spread your,
Oh, it is a red tail.
spread your
I thought it was just kind of happening.
Okay, well, I was gonna
I
say
only saw him in the
spread
shadow. Yeah. That's a big red tail.
your- Yeah, it's huge. It's huge.
Yeah, that's the eagle.
What kind of bird was that, Walter?
Well, golden eagle. Well, I'm about 95% sure it was a golden eagle. Well, maybe 75% sure. Okay, 30% sure. Well, I know it was a bird.
You saw one?
Yeah, I saw a fish. It was like coming up close.
We're not fishing. We're kayaking, but I came across a whole school of a large school of smallmouth bass.
Get out of here in a second.
Yep, that's exactly what's over there in those rocks.
There's Santa Margarita.
Good job.
We're gonna eat that tonight? Yeah.
I'm not.
What's the rule?
If you see them, you can't catch them because they probably see you.
I had my GoPro in the water, and they were swimming right up to it, checking it out.
Yeah, they're curious, but I mean, you'll have them come up and nose up to your bait or whatever, and they just kind of,
Squeamish.
They're real finicky, and they're just kind of like, I've already seen that before. It's not something I'll bite onto. How are you guys enjoying your kayak?
Good. Sorry about that, Walter. I saw a squirrel fish.
A squirrel fish?
Yeah,
Are you sure it was a squirrel fish?
it definitely was a squirrel fish.
How sure are you?
Because I didn't catch up to you guys. I was mesmerized. A lot of our local restaurants have opened for indoor dining again. It's slowly starting to feel like the old days before the virus. I think my friend Walt was trying to prove a point with the Corona he was drinking.
You look familiar.
I'm a volunteer.
Yeah, I know. I've seen you. You were here last year, weren't you?
Yes,
Yeah, I forget your name though. I'm sorry.
Terrence.
Terrence,
Yeah.
okay. You volunteering this year?
Yes. Yep, that's doing some research here today.
All right.
And my question, the campgrounds are closed, correct?
In the forest, some of them are open, and the parks are all closed.
So to hike to Muir Grove, you can't drive into Dorset Creek then, correct?
No, that's gated.
Right, okay.
You
have to find a place along the highway.
But then you could walk down and it could.
As long as you can get off the road, yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. Bye. It's my understanding that all of the roads and trails are open. I'm not sure if that is the national park only or if it includes the national forest also. I'd like to visit the Chicago Stump, since the road it's on was closed all of last year. Old news or new news?
Think old news. History.
Hello everyone. Today's Friday, June 12th, 2020, and we're in Kings Canyon National Park for the day because I have drill with the California State Guard tomorrow.
The last time I was here in Kings Canyon National Park was last June, and that is because I have been in nursing school, which I recently graduated from.
Before driving up to the park for the day, I tried to do some research to see exactly where we could camp, if at all. All the campgrounds within the park are still closed, but I've been told that there's dispersed camping available in the national forest. Exactly where, I'm not sure, and how crowded it is, I have no idea. Right now we're stuck in construction traffic on the General's Highway. While the park's been closed for several months, somebody's destroyed the road. We've passed a lot of dispersed camping sites along Big Meadows Road. There's actually a lot of traffic. Looks like most of the people are actually trying to get to the campground. It looks like most of the campsites are open and vacant, but we're not going to stay here. I want to check out the dispersed camping site that I found a few months ago. It's in a remote location. We're not going to stay there either. We actually came up with a different option that I'll share with you later. What do you think?
We should break out the charcuterie tray.
This would be a good spot for
Great spot.
dispersed camping. So for today's lunch, I'm going to try and make a charcuterie. Charcuterie?
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie. Yeah, one of those. I'm going to try and make one of those trays. So, when you're doing a charcuterie tray, it's all about presentation.
They look cute. They look like little boats. I like this lunch.
Lunch is served.
Very late.
We're just down the hill from the Buck Rock Lookout. I just happen to have my Buck Rock.
Cheese spreader.
I don't know if it's a cheese spreader or a butter knife. One of the fire lookouts, when he's not looking for smoke, he whittles from wood that he finds nearby.
Where's Waldo, Van? We found Waldo.
Oh, this is where he's been.
Hiatus in the mountains.
My wife wasn't happy about driving down this road with a drop-off, but she did it. I really, really, really wanted her to see the Chicago Stump. Chicago Stump, 1 mile ahead. Go a little slower. This is interesting, but I don't know what it is. I believe it's to the right, so we're going over here to the left. In that little turnout, let's park there.
Where's the trailhead?
To the right. There it is, yeah. Right there. Smells good out here, huh?
Bottle up and take it home with us. Seeing is believing, or is it? Before it became known as the Chicago Stump, the General Noble Tree was perhaps the largest tree ever cut. Its age was about 3,200 years. It would have taken about 18 men standing with arms outstretched to make a complete circle around the tree. Imagine finding a tree so large that it dwarfed the tallest building known at the time. When the General Noble Tree and other sequoias were first discovered, nobody believed a tree that size could exist. To prove it, the tree was cut down and shipped in pieces to the 1893 World's Fair in Chicago. Ironically, the giant was felled in vain, as viewers of the reassembled tree believed it to be a hoax. Now known as the Chicago Stump, the remains of this once thriving tree serves as a silent reminder that even seeing it is not always believing.
This is a great day. Hey, what did you find?
This really good bench just to sit and listen to nature, meditate. All the wonderful smells here in the forest. Fiery hand shapes the land. In fall 1955, McGee Fire burned over 17,500 acres between Marymount and the Kings River. Sparked by an escaped burn, McGee was a dramatic example of extreme fire behavior in the Sierra Nevada ecosystem. What happened? After this area was logged in the late 1800s, few trees remained in this altered ecosystem where poor quality wood and branches were left to rot. Years of suppressing all fire here had disrupted the fire cycle. Dense brush grew under the trees, forming fuel ladders. The earth, born in fire, baptized by lightning, since before life's beginning has been and is a fire planet. Evie Merrick.
This is the most Christie's driven the Jeep.
He made me do it.
We just passed 2 Jeeps, and she did the Jeep wave. I didn't even know she knew how to do it. I didn't even know she knew she was supposed to do it. This is one of the reasons she's driving. She doesn't do windy roads very well. So she thinks if she's driving, it might actually be better for her. Actually, she was tired of me filming while I was trying to drive and then getting out and getting the camera and getting back in. And so she's like, "You want me to drive?" It was posed as a question, but it was more as a request. Am I right?
No, it was an offering. It's true.
I think this is it. This is it. To the left. Yeah.
So do we check in here?
No, just drive down here. Well, I don't know. No, just drive down here. But I'm not sure because
Well, that says ring the bell.
we can go to our room and then I'll
Do
just
we know
walk
where our
back.
room is?
Yeah.
You already know where it's at?
It's under that canopy. Because when we were here, they were on vacation, so we basically just let ourselves in
So where am I going?
straight.
So Judy.
I was going to ask you if you were Judy.
Yeah,
Hi, Terrence.
yeah, you made it.
We did.
Looks like, hi, looks like you're gonna do some camping, huh, tomorrow?
No,
No?
we were going to do camping today,
Uh,
but it's only for one day, and we
Uh.
weren't sure what was open.
yeah,
So,
there's very little open
My
right now.
my wife had to was a good idea. She's like, can we just stay somewhere and not camp? And so
This will be nice.
that's where you came into play.
Yeah, good. Good.
All right.
This is really cool.
It was funny when I was trying to remember what this place was called.
Uh-huh.
I was asking my mother-in-law, I'm like, do you remember the name of that place we stayed at? You know, the apple place? She's like, I don't know. It was Apple. I'm like, yeah, it was like, you know, the Apple place. I don't remember what it was called. And I Googled it and it's called the Apple place. So.
Yeah.
Is that a miniature one?
Maybe. Cabin 2.
Cabin
This is
2.
us.
See what you think. Hopefully I did good.
So cute. Oh. I like it. Since I usually sleep on this side. Oh, hey. Hello.
Did you stay at that Apple place last
Yeah,
night?
no, we staying here tonight.
We just got here.
Oh.
We left this morning.
Oh, you're on your way home.
No, we left this morning from the house.
Oh, that's right. I'm thinking it's already Saturday because I was up since 5 o'clock this morning. So.
Well, if we would have known that, we would have come and said goodbye.
I wonder how many apple trees they had.
Like 1,400.
How many?
14,1400.
1,400?
Yeah.
1,400 trees, 18 varieties. There's a few apple trees left, but most of them are dead now.
I think I just need to let the lambs recoup.
Interesting. What are you making?
Green beans and an attempt at potatoes. We'll see how it goes.
We could microwave the potatoes if we had to. It's a little bit like camping. We got up early the next morning for the drive to Fresno so I could attend drill. We headed home afterwards. Our next trip together will be longer.